Hey everyone, this is Ryan with Figure It Out Crypto, and today I'm going to do a quick how-to on Jet Protocol. Jet Protocol is on the Solana blockchain, and basically they're just a borrowing and lending platform. And you can learn about them by going to jetprotocol.io and go to resources, and you can read their docs. You can learn about them on GitHub as well. And they have, a pretty useful fact page. But just always be aware that, 100% of your capital is at risk anytime you use any of these protocols. So use at your own risk. Today, I'm just trying to figure it out because over here, if we look, Jet Protocol, if you do the borrowing and lending on the Solana blockchain, you may or may not be eligible for a airdrop if and when they come out with the Jet token. So what we're going to do is we're going to deposit a little bit of USDC or Solana, and then we're going to borrow a little bit and stay within a close, stay within a safe collateralization ratio so that we don't get liquidated. So let's try it out. So first I'm going to deposit some USDC. Let's put in $6.9. And then I'll approve the transaction here. Deposit $6.9 was received. One thing I like about Solana is that it's just so fast, and then it's really cheap as well. And I can't say that about Ethereum. Not that fast, maybe a little bit, but just so dang expensive. And that's why if you look at my previous videos, you'll notice that I like playing around on the Solana blockchain because it's just so easy. All right, now we're going to borrow. So by the way, when I deposit, I'm earning just a little bit. I'm only earning like 0.36%. So nothing to be, you're almost getting this in your US bank account anyways. So they're really going to have to come out with something that's a little bit more exciting, in my opinion, to survive in this ecosystem. But hey, we're just trying it out. We're going to figure it out because you'll notice that a lot of other protocols are really similar to this, especially if they have borrowing and lending mechanisms, liquidation mechanisms. So next step here, we're going to borrow a little bit of USDC. Let's just borrow $1. And like I'm already borrowing like 25%. Now, because I'm depositing USDC, unless it loses its peg to the dollar, there's not a whole lot of risk that I'm taking on. First of all, it's only $6.9 I'm depositing. But remember, when you deposit something like Solana, and the price goes from $215 down to like $80, there's a lot that can happen, especially if you borrow too much. You don't want to get liquidated. Well, if you're borrowing USDC, it hasn't lost its peg. Not more than maybe a few percentage points. So could I borrow more than $1? Sure. Why don't I borrow like $3? I'm okay with that because I don't believe it's going to lose its peg by more than 50%. In my opinion, it's just not likely to ever happen. So I'm borrowing 50%. Next, I'll approve my transaction. Your borrow of 3 USDC was received. All right, cool. So I deposited money in there for a deposit rate of 3.6%. I borrowed $3 at 1.79%. So again, that's not that attractive compared to other protocols, but if they can come up with something cooler or a little bit better, this protocol might have a chance to survive. But compared to some of these other projects we've been looking at, it's not that exciting. It's not very sexy, in my opinion. But again, like I was saying, if they come up with something cooler, so they have, look, you can deposit Ether, Bitcoin, and Solana. You're not paying that much for your borrower rate, but you're also not getting very much for your deposit rate. So we got to find out, where they're really going with this. So if you want to read more into their fact page or their white paper, you can. If they're going to be a viable project that's going to survive, in my opinion, based on what I'm looking at right now, maybe not. But if they have a coin that's going to come out and it does have a market cap and it does have some value, we'll see where the team takes it. But right now it's just kind of a speculative play. Try it out, figure it out. If you get stuck, rewind the video, try it out again. And remember that you're just practicing. There's other protocols out there that are way cooler, in my opinion, but this is just practice. And if you get good at this, it's going to familiarize yourself. You're going to get familiar with this and then all the other protocols that have something similar to this with borrowing and lending. So again, my call to action to you is just figure it out. And when you get stuck, just rewind the video and then go to this list that Daily DeFi has. He has, this all rumors airdrop list, and you can just make a copy of it and just one by one go down the list. I made a copy and then I just highlight in green when I finished it, when I finished the task. So always remember when you're done, lock your wallet, especially another important security rule to layer your security is that if you're using MetaMask or any of these other wallets, make sure that you not just lock your wallet when you're done, but you set a time limit on the timeout of when it locks automatically. So to your success, try it out and good luck.